Bib number 50, also known as Team Semper Fi. Retired Sergeant Frank Delgado returns from his bike ride, and Team Captain Staff Sergeant John Stepanowski is off to the run. Joe McDaniel, a contender in the 24-hour solo division, is heading back to the water. His plan is to compile as many swims as he can before the 6 o'clock sundown cutoff for swimming.
Joe McDaniel is a professional triathlete. He's a very, very good local athlete. The athlete's body around the Denver Boulder area is phenomenal. This whole front range is packed with world champions. The endurance capital of the world, as it turns out. Joe's one of the professionals here, so he has a real good shot at winning this race. And his goal is to set a record that's hard to break.
Another lap, huh?
Getting colder each time.
You coming again?
Yeah, as long as the weather's holding, I'm going quite far.
A little extra. I found a buoy that was way out there.
Team Go Fast is a team of amazing athletes. They've all been professional in some capacity in their sports. Last year they won, but they won by a very thin margin over a multi-sport team. This year they're here to defend their title and world record, which is substantial, 322.5 miles. And that is possible. The conditions are great right now. They've got some really good competition. There's 200 more teams here than there were last year, and they're going to do well.
Karen Meliar-Smith is helping Team Go Fast compile their swim legs before the 6 o'clock closure on swimming. Early competition for Team Go Fast has come from the Trioki's Bib 316.
We're really not paying too much attention to it, at least during the first 8 hours or so. We're just trying to do the best we can, race as fast as we can, and then come this afternoon, we'll start looking at the time, see how close people are to us, and if logistically we can start changing anything, maybe to gain some time on the other racers.
Six hours and 22 minutes into the race, Joe McDaniel is going strong. He'll have a chance to add to his 19 completed swims at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow morning when the swimming course reopens. Next for McDaniel, a little bit of running.
I just finished the bike, and Trisha's about to go on a run. Trisha's going on a run. She just took off.
Trisha Downing is a local athlete racing with Team Semper Fi.
I think today was mostly about teamwork and, about the fact that we all have different, disabilities or, not disabilities, depending on how you look at it. But, we worked together as a team. We figured out who had what strong points, and we really worked to those strong points so that we could have the best race possible. And, it was just being open-minded and accepting each person as they are.
Trisha puts in a time of 16:41, the best by the team so far, and Sergeant Ski, as they like to call him, is off for a swim.
Will you take my shoes?
Our ambition as a team is to grow this team and to challenge these other services. I would like to see the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Coast Guard. I mean, there's a lot of people affected by this war, and I would like to see them do the same thing for their own service branch. Put a team together, come out here and have a good time, raise awareness to say, look at, in the words of a good friend of mine, you can break their bodies, but you can't break their spirits.
Okay, here's the current situation for Team Semper Fi. We got Frank Delgado who's on the 7th bike leg, and our target was to complete 7 races in the allotted time. And as you can see by the time clock, we're 17 minutes from the end of this race. So Frank's going to come in, he's going to tag off with Joe, and Joe's going to complete the run. And he'll actually have an hour after the clock hits 8 hours to complete his run. So we're in there. Target was 7, it looks like we're going to get 7. So Team Semper Fi did a great job today.
The teams and individuals competing in the 8-hour race are nearly finished, but those racing for the full 24 hours, their race is just about to begin. Team Go Fast is leading the way. Steve Waite from Australia has been putting in some of the best times of the day, all in the 22-minute range. Randy Sadler of the Trioki's out of Colorado Springs on pace to challenge Team Go Fast, but trailing in bike times by about 2 minutes. Scott Fliegelman, a running coach with Fast Forward Sports, is competing solo. Joe McDaniel, running pretty smoothly for a guy who just finished swimming for nearly 7 hours. The clock is ticking for Team Semper Fi.
You got 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Keep running.
Most of these athletes are in their mid-30s and my age, and they're outstanding athletes. I'm not an outstanding athlete at anything. I get out here and I have a lot of fun. And if by occasion I beat somebody on the swim, so I tend to swim pretty decent, it's fun to come hopping out of the water on one leg and watching all the able-bodied racers look at me in I don't know if it's disgust, amazement, or what the reaction is, but to have a positive reaction, I hope, in seeing that a one-legged guy just beat him in the water. As I've said before, some of the Marines on our team are unbelievable. They're turning into outstanding athletes, and they never would have known that without this team. They never would have competed in this kind of environment. It's awesome. It's an awesome feeling to do this.
As the sun goes down, many of the 24-hour racers have moved on to completing the bike legs. Remember, while the athletes must complete full triathlons consisting of a swim, bike, and run, they can do them in any order they prefer. One of the last still in the water before they shut down the swim course is Scott Fligelman, bib 105.
An hour and a half.
After completing a bulk of his running legs, bib 109, Joe McDaniel gets back on his bike.
We get away with it sometimes. 400. 109.
Joe, how many bike rides is that for you?
Oh,
You know?
two.
Two, okay.
One this morning, and that was my second.
Most of the 240 athletes did not enter the 24 Hours of Triathlon with the idea of winning the race. Most of those competing are here to challenge themselves in a brand new type of race. 9.5 hours in, many of those watching were wondering if Joe McDaniel could keep up his pace.
Number 109, I think.
Running coach Scott Fligelman out of the water and ready to race.
Almost time to start.
Yeah, the race doesn't start for a couple more hours.
I'm right where I want to be.
We've got a full course menu back at the little tent for you.
As the sun begins to set, the racers deal with it in different ways.
It's one stride at a time.
Bib 106, Shane Eversfield out of Lake Placid, New York. According to the race organizer, Ian Adamson, this triathlon event is not purely athletic. The athletes must be flexible. There's a lot more to it than simply being a good athlete.
A little bit more.
Thank you, Coach Wellbreaker. Great job.
Scott Fligelman's strategy, match his 14 swims with bike legs. The strategy for Joe McDaniel, run first and then back to the 9.5-mile bike legs. Almost at the halfway point, bib 109, Joe McDaniel gets a little help from his support crew, Molly McDaniel. Although a competitor in the 8-hour race, she helps her husband transition back to his bike.
That should be okay. When I leave, we loosen up those straps.
Team Go Fast plans on doing just that. Go fast all through the night. When we return, the conclusion of the Newton 24 Hours of Triathlon.